What's going on, everybody? This is City Wrestling Radio, and this is City Wrestling Radio Retro Reviews. I'm your host. I'm Corey Smith. I'm hanging out today with my co-host. As always, joining me live, the magical powers of the interwebs, Mr. Jose Oseguera.
How are you doing, sir? And how's everybody out there doing? Let's jump right in. No, I'm kind of excited about this one.
Well, it's not like we've taken 93 tries to get started. But speaking of 93, today we are going to talk about Royal Rumble 1993 because it was my choice.
Excellent segue.
It's my birthday month, and I'm not gonna lie, I will take all the birthday wishes. Hit me up at City Wrestling Radio on Twitter, or at CWR4 and 5. Oh no, at CWR4 and 5 on Twitter.
I already hit you up, so you got my birthday wishes.
I appreciate all your birthday wishes, but no, nonetheless, Royal Rumble 1993. Oh my god. First off, it was pretty good. It was a pretty easy fucking show to watch. It was probably the easiest retro pay-per-view I've watched so far. It went by in what, like 2.5 hours?
Yeah, well, I did it in 2 sittings, but that's because I saved the Rumble itself for just the show by itself.
You know what it felt like? It felt like a takeover.
It did, right? Yeah.
You know that it had 5 matches. Well, technically 6 if you counted the pre-show match with Doink and was it Jim Powers?
Yeah.
But I don't know. It was I felt like it was a really easy show to watch. It wasn't like it was the best show at all by any means. There was nobody there. There was nobody fucking there.
Yeah. Well, this is the lull in 1993. That wrestling saw a valley at this point.
Yeah.
And we know pretty much why.
Well, speaking of valleys, the show did take place is there a Sacramento Valley?
That's a good question. I don't know.
I'm sure there's a valley in Sacramento. It took place near a valley in Sacramento at the Arco Arena in Sacramento, California, 1993. But yeah, I guess let's get right into the entire show. But although, like I said, not the best show. Definitely not the best Rumble.
I mean, we've seen a lot better. It was actually billed really cool, and I thought it was going to be better than it was. I was kind of let down.
But to like compare it to like Rumbles nowadays is kind of hard because now you get the nostalgia with oh my god, it's fucking Tatanka coming in. Oh my god, it's Tatanka. So yeah. I don't know.
And we'll talk about what that looks like in 1993.
Oh yeah. Also, the build for this show, it is kind of a historic build because this is the build for this was WWE Raw 1 or WWF Monday Night Raw 1 and 2. So, and it's funny. It's like I was trying to watch those. I was like, I'm gonna get some insight to Rumble 93. I'm gonna watch these 2 shows.
Go ahead.
No, they basically had 2 interviews where it was like one night it was Bret, the next night it was Razor, and that's it.
Yeah.
Some stuff with Perfect and Ric Flair, going into the Rumble. But I mean, other than that, no.
Yeah, and there were like 500 people there.
Whoa, at Raw?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I'm exaggerating the numbers, but it felt like it was like a classroom.
Yeah. Well, my audition just crashed, but nonetheless, we're gonna keep going with Zoom. So yeah, 500 people in attendance, and I don't know, man. It was a show.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's get right back. It definitely did put me back in like 1993. Like I felt like a kid again watching pro wrestling at my cousin's house.
Oh, totally, yeah.
So we got Gorilla Monsoon. Oh, so like I said, this takes place January 24th, 1993. Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby Heenan on commentary. They quickly run down the 5-match card. Then we kick things right off with the Beverly brothers. That's Bo and Blake Beverly versus the Steiner brothers.
I have zero memory of these guys.
Who, the Beverly brothers?
Yeah, zero memory.
Or the Steiner brothers? No. No, definitely don't remember the Beverly brothers. Why would you? They're guys from 1993. They're basically like NXT 2.0 guys 20 years from now,
Yeah.
Who's going to remember Harland,
Yeah.
Snitsky, who's going to remember Snitsky and
yeah.
Well, I mean, he did kick the baby into the fake baby into the crowd.
Jesus Christ.
So Bo and Blake Beverly, Scott and Bo start the match. Bo, Wayne Bloom, as everyone knows him by in real life, but also father of, speaking of NXT 2.0, father of Von Wagner, one of the Beverly brothers. So technically, Von Wagner Beverly. Just putting it out there, man.
Well, that just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it?
Von Beverly. There we go. Scott keeps Bo down, keeps control of Bo, but with a very, very slow start to the match. Monsoon randomly starts talking. He goes, my taxi driver on the way over here. First off, why is Gorilla Monsoon taking a taxi? That is disrespectful.
Yeah, totally.
And Gorilla Monsoon should never have been taking a taxi, Vince. That is on you. And he goes,
go ahead.
No, go on.
Oh, no, I was going to say that I remember Gorilla Monsoon being much better announcer than what he came off to be during this this event. I don't know, maybe it's just nostalgia, but I used to give this guy props out the moon.
Oh, Gorilla Monsoon's great, but the star on commentary, it's Bobby Heenan.
Oh, always, 100%. Yeah,
1,000%. Like, I think if we had like a hall of cool dudes, it would be Bobby Heenan should be the first inductee.
Oh, I can't wait to talk about the brain scan.
Oh God. Yeah, no. And he's waiting to debut Narcissus tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, so basically we go back to the show. Gorilla Monsoon saying on the taxi ride over here, he goes, my driver said I could have sold my tickets for 50 times what it's worth. He goes, 50 times what it's worth 40 times. I was like, what?
See what I mean?
Makes sense, Gorilla.
And at one point, Gorilla was like, he grabs him, he throws him. Oh, he catches him. Wait, he got a reversal. So what are you talking about, man?
Yeah, well, he's got a great voice,
He does. And he was there for the big ones, I think he did Mania 3, right?
Yeah, that was the Mania, the first in 87, right?
I think so.
That was the year I was born. So
85? 85?
Oh, it was 87. It was definitely 87.
Okay.
So about 3 minutes into the match, Bo finally gets some offense in, but it's short-lived because Scott slams Bo down with a tilt-a-whirl slam. Both men tag out. For a brief moment, Blake, that's Blake Beverly, was able to get some offense in on Rick Steiner, but Rick gets distracted by an incompetent ref, but is quickly, the Beverly's comeback is quickly halted by the dog-faced gremlin with a nice power slam.
Mm-hmm.
Scott staged a comeback. Okay. My notes are all over the place tonight. Scott tagged back in. The Beverly Bros start to begin to double team Scott Steiner. The big bad booty daddy is finding himself in a 2-on-1 situation, which sounds like a line that's been read in a lot of porn movies before. The big bad booty daddy is in a 2-on-1 situation. Can the big bad booty daddy overcome? I think he can. Cut to what was that? No Mercy. Hey Scott, let's go. Got it over here.
Oh my God, dude, that's one of the greatest moments that we overlooked in wrestling history.
Still think he was like doing something with a chick in that corner.
He was with what's her name? His girlfriend at the time, Melania. The Gorgeous George, right? No, it wasn't Gorgeous George. That was Gorgeous George was Macho Man's
you're right.
girlfriend. No, I forgot her name.
Probably Freak.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what he called her.
That's what he called her, not me.
Mm-hmm.
Not just the journalist.
He called himself a freak, though. To be fair,
he did call himself a freak. So he identified as a freak. So I guess it takes a freak to know a freak, and there you go. That's Steiner math for you right there. One freak equals another freak.
Yeah,
there you go. The Boston Crab to Scott Steiner by Blake. Scott attempts to tag out, but is cut off. Scott hits a double underhook power bomb to Bo Beverly. Their names are really hard to say. Hot tag to Rick. Rick runs wild on both brothers. Blake then strikes Rick directly, tagging Scott in the process. So Rick's get pushed into Scott, tagging him in the process. Scott runs in, but is cut off by the Bevs. The Bevs go for a doomsday, but the big bad booty daddy, just love saying that, sorry, dodged the clothesline and reversed out of the maneuver. Scott hits a jumping Frankensteiner to, I wrote stash. Oh, because he has a mustache. and that's Blake. That's Blake Beverly. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Let's say
Blake
you
Beverly.
told them apart.
That's how I wrote my notes.
Okay.
Stash and shave. Frankensteiner to Stash. Pin win. Scott gets the pin over Blake Beverly. This match had a slow start, but once it got going, it kind of put me back in 1993, and it was a lot of fun. I felt like it was a lot of fun in the match.
Yeah, and the Steiners were fresh into WWE, right? This was like one of their first matches, I'm assuming.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
yeah,
it was,
so
yeah, coming in one of the first ones.
yeah, and the crowd was hot, and it would soon change.
Well, I mean, the crowd, I felt like they were. It was the era of the kid crowd. You know, it was like it was me in there. You know,
You totally heard the high
pitch.
pitched screams. Yeah.
So I was 6 at the time. Yeah. Yeah, I just turned 6. So yeah, that was where like kids like me just, where's Hulk Hogan? Don't worry, you get a couple months, you get to see Hogan in Las Vegas, kid.
Oh, so you know what's funny and ironic at the same time is that the demographic. I have a note here that talks about how the really, really old school fans really marking out just crack me up. And so the demographic in 1993 was a bunch of little kids and a bunch of really, really older men. So that's pretty much who's watching WWE
Fathers
nowadays. Grandfathers and sons.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah. I mean, oh yeah. I mean, yeah. You're right. It's kind of the same deal now. That's. I mean, WWE. It's gonna. One day, it's gonna fall. You know.
Yeah. The foundation is kind of shaky right now. So
wrestling wasn't always here. You know, football wasn't always here. You know, society has gotten on without combat sports. So it's gonna be crazy one day if it ever happens in our lifetime. I don't think it will though.
No, not in our lifetime.
Mean Gene runs back the breakup of the Rockers. You know, I don't know if you remember this, but HBK turned his back on his partner Marty Jannetty about 1 year ago, and it was devastating. He kicked him through a sugar glass window, and everyone was like, "That HBK, he's a horrible person."
Yeah, this is one of the best turns, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, it was probably the best turn.
Yeah, well, I'm saying, you know, from the time we were kids to today, this is still ranking up there with tag team splits, right?
When I was a kid, that was the most I just remember being like, what? Like, I was in shock. Like, I was like, maybe because I was 5, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
But I was like, they were friends. What?
Why would you do that to your friend? Shawn Michaels, you're such a
why? Yeah. You know, in my mind, I'm like, Shawn Michaels is a horrible person. He's going to do horrible things when he grows older. Cut to nowadays when Shawn Michaels is like following God and teaching people how to wrestle, and Marty Jannetty is like, confessing to killing people that he didn't kill.
Wow. Yeah.
I mean, allegedly he confessed to that he, you know, I don't know. Nonetheless,
that's a whole show unto itself.
One thing I want to point out though is that there's a scene though, a Mean Gene's backstage where they're going back through the breakup of the Rockers, and Sherry's like holding this giant mirror up to HBK so he can like pose. But nobody bothered to fucking spray the mirror down and wipe it down.
Dude, that happened a lot.
There was some like smudge on the middle, and me thinking like, oh, it's the 80s. I'm like, what illicit, you know, powdery substance could this be on the middle of the? And they were just like, just scoop it up, you know. But nonetheless, it was just funny. So what's up?
No, I was just gonna say that you know, change up the pace is it's kind of bittersweet that we see a Mean Gene brain scan, which is, you know, an imitation of the John Madden boom cam or whatever he called it, right? When they do the drawings on the screen. So big rest in peace to John Madden, who recently passed away. If you're watching this, you know,
in the past,
at the time of recording.
Well, I mean, he didn't die after.
Yeah.
After. So I think anytime somebody watches this, therefore out. But I know.
But you know, right now it's recent history. Somebody could be watching this five years down the line.
I hope so. I definitely hope so.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Once we get big in like 5 years, no, watch like our podcast was the one that gets found. Like gets found by the aliens. They're like, no, we want you to cover wrestling for the galaxy.
Cool, you got it.
Right on, dude. Let's just get RVD as our on the scene reporter. I just want RVD in his singlet, but like like a jacket, like a blazer over that.
Yeah.
Like,
And the
what's
singlet
up?
has to have like Jupiter on it and
Yeah,
Saturn.
I'm RVD. I'm here at whatever.
I'm interviewing Glimglack about to fight Goldberg because Goldberg's gonna live forever.
And Goldberg will go over. Actually defend the Universal title.
Oh my god! And the Universal title actually means something.
Okay. Finally, Marty Jannetty versus HBK. That's Shawn Michaels. He's the Heartbreak Kid. He's the WWF Intercontinental title or Intercontinental Champion. He's defending the title tonight. First off, I want to say how much I hate this version of HBK's music.
Yeah, well, it's the first version, right?
It's the first version. It's he's a sexy boy.
And Sherry's singing it.
Yeah, and it's just annoying. Very, very annoying.
I'm sure that was done on purpose, and I'm sure the fabulous Jimmy Hart had something to do with that.
Listen, baby. Yeah, I hate that, but I do love his blue strapped Intercontinental title.
Mm-hmm.
I love how that was an option for like anybody back in the day.
Yeah,
like, oh, I can just shill out a couple $1,000 and get my own color. Right on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why there was never a neon green winged eagle.
It's because it's not 1984.
Well, Ultimate Warrior could have done it.
Oh yeah.
Marty takes it to Shawn right as the bell rings. One thing I do notice, Shawn seems to be in prime overselling, like bullshit, shit-eating grin, smile, Shawn, asshole, dick face Shawn mode. That's the best way to describe it.
Yeah.
Because he seems like he's just doing that overflop. His facial expressions are just over exaggerated, more so than and it kind of reminds me of the Hogan match.
Which one? The one where he had the messed up eye?
No, the Hogan match in like
no way, where he fought Hogan recently.
When 2000 something, where he was like overflopping and he was overselling, like over exaggerating.
Yeah, no, he took like one of those atomic drops over the ropes.
Yeah, I think this was like the beginning of it. I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah.
But that's just my opinion. It's not true or anything. I mean, it could be true. I don't fucking know. The whole match is pretty much centered around who will Sherry side with. Will she go with the Heartbreak Kid? Will she go with the heartful old man, Jannetty? I don't know. Did he ever have a nickname?
Who, Marty Jannetty?
Yeah.
No.
Like the flyer.
Maybe post WWE in the Indies.
Maybe the Rocker. Was he the Rocker?
The Lone Rocker.
Oh, he came out to the Rockers' music still. So it's just like, okay, you don't have an identity. Cool. Right on.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what's cool is just this weekend we saw the Rock and Roll Express actually still tagging.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking, Rock and Roll Express, where?
Yeah, they fought against FTR this weekend.
Where?
I don't know. I saw Edge posted the picture
some weekend ago. Woo. That's cool.
Yeah, Edge went to visit, and that's who they fought. That's who FTR fought.
Cool.
Rock and Roll Express.
I met the Rock and Roll Express.
Yeah, and he was like, "Aren't you that guy that's in AEW?"
He was either working me real hard, or he legit had memory problems. Was it Gibson? What's his name? The blonde one.
Yeah, that's Ricky Gibson and Robert Morton, right?
Okay.
Ricky Gibson, Robert Morton. Yeah.
He was like, I was dressed like Orange Cassidy. He's like, I swear I know you from somewhere. I was like, no, I'm dressed like Orange Cassidy. He goes, I know, but I know you from somewhere. I'm like, okay. I was like, I don't think you do. He goes, no, I do. He
should have told him that you dropped the elbow on him in Minneapolis.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, right? I'm like, well, me and you. Well, come hang out with me backstage.
Let's go have a couple beers.
Is it on you? Hell no. Never mind. HBK begins working Jannetty's shoulder into the ring post. The two battling back and forth. Like I said, he's just working the shoulder, slamming it into the ring post. He's caught. HBK is caught with a boot coming off the top ropes. Marty dodges a tackle, and HBK goes shoulder first into the ring post, back and forth strikes. Marty suplexes HBK to the outside. I don't know why it says Seth to the outside, but HBK went to the outside, and Sherry walks up to HBK, and she makes her intentions known. She slaps him across the face. Marty begins to take over. We get a power slam to HBK. Marty goes to the top, but he's a bit far to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like HBK is like on the other side of the ring, and it's Marty Jannetty. Mm-hmm. It's not fucking like, I'll even give, if it was Shane McMahon up there, I'd be like, okay, maybe he could do some, they could do some camera work, and it's Marty Jannetty. What the fuck are you gonna do?
Yeah.
He does a flying nothing because he just lands on his feet, grabs the HBK when he gets up, hits him with a DDT. We get a super kick to HBK, followed by a slingshot to HBK to the ring post. We get a ref bump. Marty has Shawn held for Sherry to strike him with her dreaded shoe, but HBK dodges and Sherry strikes Marty. We get a sweet chin music to Marty Jannetty, the pin, the win, and the Heartbreak Kid continues his winning streak as Intercontinental Champion.
Hey man, this is a fun match. I really dug it. Hardly any wear down moves. I don't remember seeing any of those. So this is actually pretty fun. I was expecting a clinic. It wasn't a clinic, but it was fun and what you would expect from the rivalry.
This was a pretty decent match. I mean, besides the corniness of the 80s refusing to die in Marty Jannetty.
It's 1993. Yeah.
The 80s refusing to die. It's 3 years dead. It needs to go. The Sherry stuff took a little too long. And it was kind of like built around that. And I felt like there could have been a little bit more of like, will she, won't she? There was never kind of that question, except for the announcers going, will she or won't she?
Yeah.
Like, you kind of knew. But,
and we need to give Sherry a lot of credit for the ascension of Shawn Michaels. I mean, if it wasn't for her hard work, I don't think he'd be the person he is today.
Yeah.
The character anyway, because he was a little bland back then.
Oh yeah, no, he was like fucking The Rock. I mean, this is his figure as the Rocker. You know what I mean? That's Shawn Michaels as a rocker. You know what I mean? Look at that. Look at, he's just like, hey, I'm Shawn Michaels. How you doing? So I found that on the street, by the way.
I remember
recently. So then my favorite moment of the night happened. Sherry runs backstage to Mean Gene.
Yeah.
And HBK runs after her. And the camera just suddenly cuts backstage. Hysterical Sherry's crying to Mean Gene. And he is just like, Sherry, damn it, calm down. Damn it, Sherry. Like, Gene, you fucking calm down.
Mean Gene is the best ever.
He's great. He's great. I love him. I miss him so much. I miss people like Mean Gene. People like, that's what really made great wrestling shows too. Like, I hate to say it, like, for me, it was, the jokes on the side. It was the overacting, side people, like Mean Gene and Bobby Heenan.
Yeah.
Monsoon.
Mean Gene didn't take any guff.
Yeah, you're
not going to touch me that way.
Oh, no, but Bobby Heenan took all the guff.
Yes, he did.
You know what I mean? Yeah. He took every single bit of guff. It's funny because now I look at Bobby Heenan, I'm like, that does kind of seem like me, doesn't it? I kind of like, not like when I'm like I'm not doing like bad things, but like I'll weasel my way to get my way sometimes. You know what I mean?
The weasel.
I'm not gonna lie.
The original weasel.
Maybe that's what I should do for next Halloween.
There you go.
So then HBK gets backstage. Marty goes backstage. The brawl continues. Will these two continue their fight?
Oh my God, you got the set.
I know. I found a set. That's pretty cool. All right. Next up. Oh my God.
Piss break.
Two titans of the industry. We get Bam Bigelow, who I always kind of liked. I don't know. He's pretty good. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It's Bam Bam.
He reached peak coolness in ECW for me.
Yeah. And now I gotta fucking put these toys away because I keep playing with them. But he's taking on Big Boss Man. And
And Big Boss Man has been a thorn in our side for the past like 3 reviews.
oh my god,
Ray Trailer.
I'm sure. Actually, I'm not sure he's a nice guy. He doesn't look like he dressed like a cop. I don't fucking know, man. I'm gonna plead the fifth and say he was probably a nice guy, unless we know something. Do we know anything?
All I know is that he really played that Dukes of Hazzard Boss Hog stooge very well.
Yeah.
Almost to it.
I've never enjoyed him on the screen ever.
Hmm.
Ever. And he's
was he in the NWO at all? Do you remember? Probably, huh? Black and white.
I don't think so, because he was in Attitude Era. He went back to WWF quickly.
Oh, okay.
Because he was in the Corporation for a long time, and he had the feud with Al Snow, and I know he was the whole Ray Trailer thing, but I think that was short lived.
Okay.
Bigelow takes control early. I know Bigelow is supposed to be the heel in this match, but Boss Man has a Confederate flag patch on his shoulder.
Hey, I'm telling you, Boss Hog stooge.
And I'm just like, who's the real heel?
Yeah. The guy from New Jersey, or
the guy with the tattoos from New Jersey, who's probably just fighting for his family, or the Confederate cop over here?
Yeah.
You be the judge at home.
Yeah.
It's Bigelow.
Oh my God.
Biggie knocks Bossy to the outside. Boss Man takes over. Now that I look at him, I'm like, who is Biggie and who is okay? Bam Bigelow knocks Boss Man to the outside. Boss Man takes over when he dodges a clothesline and hits Bigelow with one of his own. And we get some strikes on the ground to Bigelow. Strikes in the corner to Bigelow. Side suplex to Boss Man. But Bossy dodges the falling headbutt. Bossy then runs towards Biggie, and Biggie launches Bossy into the outside.
You know what? This is a lot more fun than watching an actual match.
Bossy looks like he's gonna hit his back kind of weird when he goes to the outside. You notice that?
Mm-hmm.
Back into the ring, Biggie drops Bossy on the ropes. Long headlock to Bossy. We get a weak looking suplex. And I wrote down too many notes. And eventually we get a falling headbutt to Bossy by Biggie. And Biggie gets the pin on Bossy.
I mean, couldn't we done this on Raw?
Match sucked. No, because we had to have fucking Damian Demento and Undertaker and I don't know. I think we had a Marty Jannetty match at one point.
Mm-hmm.
So
no room on Raw.
That was the Hammerstein Ballroom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was where GCW just held their World is on GCW
event. Is that so? I can't wait to watch it tonight. We'll watch.
Oh,
sounds like a fun show.
Yeah, from what I saw, it wasn't that great.
Really? Didn't Will Ospreay fight Wolverine?
What?
Will Ospreay?
Wolverine?
Yeah, we know Wolverine.
Cage?
Yeah.
Oh no, I think that was at the Warrior Wrestling show.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Then we get a WWF high school production of something called WWF Mania. I say this because it was definitely filmed at a house show somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Because they didn't have the right camera, they didn't have the right setup. It was just like someone put a sheet on a drop, backdrop thing, and just like set up back there, and they were just like, Owen Hart, what do you think about something? And Razor Ramon attacks him because he's the brother of Bret Hart, which didn't make any sense because Owen was in the Rumble anyways.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, the guy's still here. Like, he wasn't really hurt.
Yeah, you didn't take him out. You just kind of, you had an incident with the guy.
Yeah. Then we get Razor Ramon cutting a promo a day earlier at the Sacramento Kings game, which was pretty good because I always love seeing Razor Ramon out in public.
Yeah.
As his full character. Like, my favorite picture of him is like, he's like in some neighborhood somewhere, and it's like some rough neighborhood. And he's like hanging with a bunch of kids. They're all like wearing their jerseys and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just wearing his like fuchsia pink like pants and like the matching shirt, just leaning on something.
Yeah.
And someone was like, this is the most gangster thing I've ever seen. Like, he walked into this hood with all his gold chains, wearing pink.
Yeah.
And people respected the hell out of him.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was Razor Ramon.
It was the shiny mullet.
Well, even back then, it's like, who represents our community? You know, like you got this guy going for a world title. Maybe he came where we came from, kind of same situation.
The Cuban guy.
Exactly.
Everybody thought he was Cuban for some reason. Oh, because he was called Ramon.
Ramon. Then we get Reza Ramon versus Bret Hart. I don't know why I said it like that. I feel like that some weird Canadian accent. For the WWF Championship, I did not give any times out for this show, but this match was 17 minutes and 52 seconds long, if you need to know that. Longest match of the show. I think best match of the show.
It is. You're getting peak Razor Ramon right here.
Peak Razor. Peak Bret. I mean, this is just.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Bret's peak was a very long time. But yeah, this is, a young Bret. Young-ish.
Exactly. Young go-getter. And his father, Stu, was there to crack the whip at ringside.
Yeah, he was.
You know, it's funny how they're just like, they always ripped on Stu Hart. Always. Even like commentary, I think Bobby Heenan said a couple things. I didn't write them down. But he always ripped on Stu Hart. I don't get it. I think something happened. Some headbutting with Vince and Stu back in the day. Some sort of territory thing, you know?
Yeah. But, old school fucking kayfabe shit.
One thing I did notice is that I've never noticed this before, but you know how Bret would give the glasses to the kid?
Yeah.
He would sign them.
What?
Yeah,
he signed it? I didn't even notice that.
So the glasses he was wearing had a whole like signature and a message written on it.
Oh, effing cool.
And he took it off and put it on a kid's. I was like, oh, that's really cool, man.
Yeah.
Bret Hart always seemed like the coolest like guy. Like the nicest, like probably all the wrestlers you would want to meet, he'd probably be the nicest.
Yeah.
Like if you were stuck on an elevator with him, he'd probably talk to you.
Because he felt uncomfortable.
Like, well, how about them Bills? You know, oh yeah, they lost the game. I know, that's crazy.
This guy wanted to be a Cowboy his whole life.
That was the no. That's funny you say that because that was the gimmick they tried to give him. Yeah. He's like, oh, I'm not a cowboy. I'm fucking from Calgary.
Yeah, Alberta, Canada. Yeah, but he always rocked those cowboy boots, like when he wasn't in ring.
Yeah. I just want to see. I want to like watch a show of young Bret Hart, like shopping, like he's just like building up his career, but he's also like shopping and trying to meet women. He's also super polite. They're like, Bret, go up and be nasty to her. Hey, how you doing, lady? Oh, was that nasty enough? And they're like, Bret. He's like, what? Hogan's like, put this in her drink, brother. Allegedly.
So Monsoon with a great call out where he said Bret Hart is the first to defend so frequently, the first champion to defend so frequently. Did you notice that?
Well, he was the fighting champion.
Yeah.
Fightingest champion, I think, of all time. Well, I mean, if you want to consider like John Cena. Okay, gave title shots out like they were fucking M&Ms.
Yeah.
Like they were M&Ms wearing flats.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Let's not get into that.
Okay, let's get back into the match. Okay, so Bret goes right after Razor because he beat up his brother, the Owen Hart. He's going to be out for hours.
Yeah, man. Revenge.
Bret dodges a knee strike in the corner, and Bret begins working on Razor's knee. We get a figure four to Razor. Bret drags Razor to the corner and wraps Razor's leg into the ring post. Razor reverses an Irish whip and throws Bret into the ring post, who then goes after his shoulder, wraps it around the ring post. That he does. I said that weird thing.
Yeah.
Eventually, Razor and Bret, in a very long bear hug, Bret bit the ear or head, I guess, of Razor. I don't know exactly which part he bit to break the hold, and Heenan calls him out for it. He's like, oh, look at that Bret Hart. He does anything he needs to. He's evil. I was like,
come on, guy.
Razor tossed to the outside. This match broke down fast to a fast-paced back and forth. We get suicide dive to Razor. A series of strikes to Razor. He's starting to lose balance. Then he eventually hits an atomic drop and a clothesline to Bret. Flying clothesline to Razor. Bret goes for a sharpshooter. And Razor is doing everything he can to break the hold. Slams Earl Hebner into the Hitman. Razor then grabs Bret. Has him in the corner when he goes. When the Hitman reverses, he goes for the. Wait, let me rephrase that. Razor has Bret in the corner. when the Hitman reverses to go for a back suplex.
Okay.
Wait, that still doesn't make sense.
Okay, so he's probably going for the razor's edge at this point, right?
Razor has Bret in the corner when the Hitman reverses to give Razor a back suplex. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
We get a boot to Bret as he's coming off the top. Razor goes for the Razor's edge. Bret reverses into a jackknife pin, which Razor kicks out of. Bret has Razor down for a bow and arrow pin. Thank you, Gorilla Monsoon, for that. Bret goes for a figure four and then transitions into a sharpshooter, which I thought was pure fucking gold.
Cool. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We get a sharpshooter submission victory for Bret Hart. Bret submits Razor Ramon.
2/3 of this match was excellent. Match of the night contender.
I think so.
Yeah, totally. You know what's really cool about this match is it feels like during this time in WWE, the right guys, I wouldn't even say the right guys, most guys got trusted to tell the story that they wanted to tell, not this WWE school that everybody goes to. Wear down, no slapping the leg on kicks, the core super choreographed stuff. Like the guys were given permission to work the way they wanted to work. That's what I loved about this match.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I mean, the comparing then to now, it's a different mentality, like with everything. 1993 to 2022, everything is different now. Like just the mentality of how to work in this society has changed so much. Like now it's okay, what can we do for all of us to get ahead? Let's be fair to everyone. Whereas back in the day, it was just, what can I do to get over? I don't want that guy to get over. What can I do to get his spot? So, I mean, I don't know. I think it was a lot of like, listen to the boss back in the day. Like, listen to what the boss says, do what they say. They're going to pay you more money and you will eventually get ahead. Work hard and you will get there. And I think that's the old mentality. And nowadays people are like, no, I'm going to get over. I should do it this way.
Yeah.
Where everyone did it one way before. But I see what you're saying.
Yeah. But yeah, they were given license to create the match in the innards. They were given the direction of, okay, Bret's going over via submission. You guys make it happen.
Yeah. Then we get Bobby Heenan. He starts walking down. He's like, is it my time? Is it my time? And they're like, yes, Bobby, it's your time. He's, oh, excellent. He jumps up out of his seat. He runs down to the ring. And I felt bad because I heard, so this is the unveiling of Narcissus.
The narcissist.
Lex Luger. So his name was supposed to be Narcissus.
Narcissus, not the narcissist?
His name was supposed to be Narcissus.
Oh, that's stupid.
But he didn't like the name, so
I'm glad they changed it.
They changed it to the Narcissist or the Narcissus, Lex Luger. So apparently they dropped the curtain down early for Luger's debut, and like while the other match was still going on. So
damn it,
that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Bobby Heenan, he's running to the floor, and Luger is basically submitting an audition tape to the WWF, the World Bodybuilder Federation.
And this was the thing back then, right?
The WWF?
Yeah.
Like not like a big thing, but like
no, but it was a thing.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I want to do.
Yeah. No, it was like, it was on like Saturdays at like 9 a.m. or something stupid like that.
Yeah, I mean, it was probably on certain markets, So Luger's just like posing in front of a mirror, just like completely like into himself. It was ridiculous. I even like 93 standards, I'm like, yo, he's just in there like, and Heenan's just like, oh yeah, look at him, you're great, you're amazing,
what a specimen,
what a stud. I'm just like, Heenan, you're great, I love you, buddy, but let's just like turn it down a notch. I don't know.
Yeah, I think they were trying to mold the perfect rival for Mr. Perfect.
I guess, yeah.
And I don't remember Mr. Perfect. Okay, a couple things about the man Kurt Hennig. Number one, I can't believe that guy never was the world champion. That's number one. Number two, I don't remember this guy being a face ever in his career. Looks like he has a face here.
He had some short-lived moments of it.
Like right now.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, there was, let's see. I'm trying to look up something. Yeah, no, it was definitely. He definitely was a better heel. Like it's like when Kevin Owens is a face, like nobody believes it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So so basically Luger's stripping in front of the mirror. Heenan is building him up, like how perfect Luger is, da da da. And then Luger rambles something about being better. Oh, you're right. He said rambles something about being better than perfect. So I can see what you're saying. Oh, then we get the moment, one of the moments of the night. Caesar and Cleopatra herself come down to the ring. And this is not corny at all. This is pure bullshit.
Yeah.
It's WrestleMania 9 promo. People from Caesar's Palace come down to the ring. They're like, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to Las Vegas, Nevada.
Would you like to try the blackjack table? Roulette, anyone?
By the way, if you want to hear our review of that, go check out the link in one of the link below or above. I'll try to remember to put it in the corner. Hopefully I did. Shows how much I care, right?
Fans don't expect it. Just go digging. You'll find it.
Yeah, just go dig. It's fine. Then we get then the Royal Rumble match.
Well, we have to get reminded though that the winner of the Royal Rumble will get a shot at WrestleMania for the world title.
Well, I mean, this is like 5 6 years of the Rumble. So I mean,
we have to get reminded.
Yeah, I think we'd have to get reminded. Okay, as we know, my Rumble rules for notes. I don't write down shit except for eliminations and orders. So
entrances, yeah, okay.
So until the very end. So let's say number 1, Ric Flair. Number 2, Bob Backlund.
Ooh.
Bob Backlund's making his comeback at the ripe old age of 43 years old. Jose.
Well, he looked like he was 60.
He did, but isn't he younger? First off, he's younger than Jericho is now, right? He's younger than, I think he's younger than fucking
Sting for sure. Sting's like 60.
Well, for sure, Sting. But I mean, like, how old's AJ Styles?
He's in his 40s.
45, I think.
Something like that. Early 40s.
So it's funny how they're just like, oh, this old man, he's never had a chance to fight in the Rumble, and now he wants his chance to fight in the Rumble. And it was just, I don't know. I like Bob Backlund, whatever, but yeah. Oh yeah, AJ's 44.
Yeah, I think Ric Flair at this point is like 50, and Bob Backlund still looks way older than he does.
So first off, I'll talk about when we get into it. Backlund takes to Flair, rakes him in the eyes. We get number 3, Papa Shango.
Arnie School was in session, by the way, during those 2 minutes.
Yeah, it was. Well, I think there was a lot of uncooperation in this match. I would say there was a lot of spots where I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Someone didn't talk.
We know who it was. Papa Shango, though, was the first eliminated by Ric Flair. Number 4, DiBiase and Flair double team Backlund. And then number 5, Brian Knobbs, the nasty boy himself. Flair almost eliminated by Knobbs, but no, he's not. Number 6, Virgil.
Referee Virgil. That version. I love that version.
So at this point, there are about like 5 random people in the ring. It's like Virgil, Knobbs, Flair, Backlund, and Ted DiBiase. And it's just like the most random.
This whole Rumble was just the most random people going at it.
Like, who do we got?
Even Mexican Hour coming up is just really random.
So then elimination number 2 happened. Brian Knobbs is eliminated by DiBiase pulling down the ropes. Number 7, Jerry Lawler, which didn't really get that much of a pop at all. He's a commentator, so he's a commentator on Superstars, not on Raw yet. But
yeah, and he was in and out too, right?
Yeah, exactly. I think he was still doing stuff in Memphis. Number 8, Max Moon.
Who?
Max Moon.
Okay.
I was looking at Dave Meltzer's old newsletter from this date, and it's like, oh, Max Moon was in and out quick, but he had a spaceship double parked.
Oh God.
Just like, oh my God, Dave. Oh man, he was writing old man jokes when he was in this fucking 20s or 30s. Number 9, Tenryu. Coming back to WWF. Tenryu goes right after Ric Flair with some hard chops. Tenryu's like, fuck this shit.
Let's get it in, Rick.
I'm going to get these in right now. Flair's kind of like, damn it, I can't. It's Tenryu. What do you want me to do? Number 10, the Perfect 10 himself, Mr. Perfect,
I marked out. I loved him, dude.
who goes also right after Flair. Number 11, when you want Jake the Snake, you don't get Jake the Snake, you get Skinner.
Dude, he always grossed me out. This is why he brought a spit can to the matches. Oh, dude, it's the grossest thing ever.
Yeah, man, I don't know, man. Skinner was, I never, ever enjoyed Skinner.
No. Mm-mm.
And his name just, I don't know. I've never known anyone else named Skinner besides him and the principal.
Oh, yeah.
So Skinner begins to assist like everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Like he just assists everybody. He goes in there. He's like, okay, you get a hit. You get an extra hit. You get an extra hit. I'm like, thanks, Skinner.
Yeah.
He's like, I need this paycheck tonight. Let me just need one tomorrow night too. I need to get that match on Raw.
Oh, my book is money.
Elimination number 4, Ric Flair by Mr. Perfect. The crowd pops for that. Which does lead to a match on Raw the following night. So this Rumble, like I said, is super confusing. Nobody knows what's going on. Virgil. It's Virgil, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting to think everyone has heat with Virgil, or Virgil has heat with them, because it seems like there's some people who don't want to work with him.
Yeah, like a lot of people like pushed him once and they walked away.
Exactly, but there were other people who were like, let's lock up.
I guess
it was like the nice people. It was like, like I think I don't know, like fucking, I think Tenru was working with him for a second. Max Moon.
Mm-hmm.
There were some other people. I don't think Flair was working with him. I don't think Backlund was working with him.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just, people were just like, there were points where he's just like, okay, cool.
Yeah. No, if you were like one of those guests that aren't on the regular roster, they worked with him.
Yeah.
But everybody else that's, regular, they were avoiding them like the flu.
Yeah. Number 12, we got one half of High Energy. It's Coco Beware.
I don't remember them being a team.
You don't remember High Energy?
I don't.
They have a lot of energy. They just,
well, you would think.
Woo! They go party with giant. Okay, so here's my question. They're supposed to be like the party hip hop guys.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck are they wearing? They're wearing like these like neon, like giant pants that are like up to their nipples.
Yeah, I remember MC Hammer was a thing back then.
Well, was that stuff like really cool? Like at one point?
Well, I mean, I guess like in pop culture it was. I guess I didn't see it around. I mean, you didn't see people walking around
like on the bus, just like parachute pants and like.
No, it's a rare occasion where I saw somebody with parachute pants and was like, "Whoa, that guy is going all out."
Like, oh, he's going to the dance club.
Yeah, he is.
He's going to the hat store to get himself a hat.
So is it safe to assume that Frankie died? That's why he had to hook up with Owen?
Oh. So I don't have a gimmick anymore, man.
Yeah.
I think he's dead.
Owen, I need you.
Vince's like, oh, you don't have to burn anymore? What can we do with you? Owen's like, I'll be his tag team partner, please.
Yeah.
I don't know. My lights keep doing these weird things over here. They keep going higher and lower. Have you noticed it during the night?
Yeah, I noticed that here and there. I just thought that your ghost was acting up.
That's weird, dude. These new lights are weird.
Look, there it goes again. Right?
Yeah. Now that it's like orange. It's fucking weird, man. Okay. Anyways, Coco is over animated as all holy hell. He's just like, woo! I'm just like,
it was better than that thing that he used to do. Remember the bird?
Yeah, he had his thing, man. He had his thing.
Shout out to Morris Day in the time.
Skinner impressively lifts himself back into the ring after almost getting knocked out, but he gets eliminated by Mr. Perfect nonetheless. Because it does look pretty good. He fucking lifts himself back into the ring.
He's a big boy.
He's a big boy. And Mr. Perfect just comes like, nope, bam.
Mm-hmm.
So, elimination number 5, Skinner by Mr. Perfect. Then we get number 13, Samu, who's dragged to the ring by Alpha. And this Samu is not Rikishi. Fatu is.
Mm-hmm.
I get them confused sometimes when I write the names down. Then number 14, Berserker.
Another mofo I can't stand. Uh-huh.
Then we get a whole, the Berserker?
Yeah.
I mean, he seems to me like a late 80s character. Like
he's a, you know what? He's a Bruiser Brody copy. I don't like that.
No, yeah, I can see that. You know what he like? For some reason, I don't know why it reminds me of it, but I can see him being a character on that show, Perfect Strangers. Like I don't know, like Balky and the guy, like we found the Frozen Man, and he's just like, oh, and the Berserker's just like walking around Chicago at a Chicago Cubs game.
They already made a movie like that. It's Encino Man.
That's
Starring Brandon Fraser and Shawn. What's his name? Shawn. You know who I'm talking about.
wasn't it a Baldwin?
No, it wasn't a Baldwin. It was Sam Wise from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, that dude. Yeah. Sean Astin.
Sean Astin. No, wait, what?
Isn't it Sean Astin?
Is that no? That's Iceman.
I don't fucking know who Iceman is.
Iceman from man, I don't remember his name. Ah, it's great.
Okay. Anyways, we had a quick round of eliminations. Number 6, elimination number 6, Jerry Lawler by Mr. Perfect. Virgil is eliminated off screen by Berserker. I love it. Yeah. Berserker got an elimination. And then
those shouldn't count. Those shouldn't count.
They
Ever.
do. They do
count.
count.
I know they do, but they shouldn't count ever.
Somebody took the time to go to Wikipedia to type it in. Somebody from Sacramento, probably. Probably Meltzer.
Mm-hmm.
Who was just like, that's not right. Hold on. Then Mr. Perfect was eliminated by by Ted DiBiase, Coco Beware, and the eliminated Jerry Lawler. So everyone pulls him outside. Then the Undertaker comes out to the ring.
Yay! Gray glove taker. I love it.
And I love because Jerry Lawler's going up to the ramp while Taker's coming out, and he just has this reaction like, pretty good. I'll give it to him for that. Berserker and Backlund go through the middle ropes of the outside. Berserker using a chair, and then rips the floor mats, like just begins beating the hell out of Backlund on the outside. I don't know why he's going so crazy. Like, I'm not saying like, oh, he's crazy. He's the Berserker. Like, he was like ripping the floor mats up. He was like giving him suplexes on the concrete floor. I was like, dude, what are you doing? You're not getting paid to do that. Like, you're getting paid to just like go outside and be like, you okay, Backlund? You all right? You know? Although I can see Backlund be like, fucking give it to me, kid. Like, okay. Then we get Samu eliminated by The Undertaker, Tenru eliminated by The Undertaker. Number 16, Terry Taylor. He is quickly there and gone because Coco and Terry Taylor begin to brawl on the ropes, and Ted DiBiase throws them both out. So eliminations number 11 and 12, Coco Beware and Terry Taylor.
I used to love Terry Taylor.
The choke slam to Ted DiBiase by Taker. That's elimination number 13, DiBiase by Taker. Berserker and Taker are brawling in the ring. And all of a sudden, a hairy, airbrushed man walks to the ring, accompanied by Harvey Whippleman. And who is this mystery giant man?
Who's this Bigfoot with a leotard?
Okay, question.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be naked, right?
Sure. Okay, for argument's sake.
So then that's not a leotard, right?
It's not, because it shows his abs and stuff.
It's pubes.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to clarify that. I need to know that because
and the ass hair that he has.
That's ass hair.
He has the biggest ass hair in the history of man.
So, anyways, let's see. Where are we?
We're El Gigante from Argentina.
Well, Berserker does get eliminated by Undertaker. El Gigante is coming down to the ring. Damien Demento does get entered into the Rumble, number 17, who just kind of waits at the entrance because he's just like, fuck this. I had a match with Taker a couple weeks ago. I'm good. Taker gets eliminated by El Gigante. Gonzalez gets in the ring and gives him an ugly choke slam. So then we get number 18, IRS.
And Gigante eliminates himself too in the process.
No, he wasn't in the match.
Oh, he wasn't? He was part of the match?
No, he wasn't part of the match.
No wonder my count was all off.
Yeah. So number 18, IRS, comes out to the ring. Erwin R. Shyster, which is a fucking racist name, right? Okay, just want to make sure. Let's see. IRS and Demento kicking away on Backlund because he's still in the ring. He's still in the match. This is definitely, you have Damien Demento, Bob Backlund, and IRS in the ring together. What? Number 19, Tatanka. Number 20, Jerry Sags. Number 21, the man who posts more to Instagram than I think any teenage girl, Typhoon, comes out to the ring.
You mean Golga?
Typhoon's not.
Oh no, that's Earthquake. Sorry, I get confused all the time.
Yeah, Typhoon. That's Fred Ottman, right?
I think so.
Yeah, dude.
I think so.
I respect the guy for his work. I followed him on Instagram. He followed me back. I was like, hey, look at that. Fred Ottman follows me.
Mm-hmm.
This guy posts like before the pandemic, there was like at least 20 posts a day.
Yikes.
And they were all like motivational, like work harder. I was like, okay, dude, like
when you think you can't eat that 6 burger, you can do it.
You can. Number 22, Fatu. Number 23, Earthquake. Who goes right after his own partner. They're partners, right? Typhoon and Earthquake, the natural disasters.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they begin to go head to head. They're yelling. Fucking Tenta, Ottman are just, oh man, the crowd is getting hot for them too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like if anyone's saying that they're not, because like, oh, oh, they're not, getting over whatever, that's bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Because they are definitely like the crowd is going crazy for them.
Mm-hmm.
But Typhoon is eliminated by Earthquake. We get number 24, Carlos Colon, who
at this point considered a youngster in the game.
Gorilla Monsoon goes, it's Carlos Colon, the Caribbean champion. A lot of fire in this youngster. It's just like, yeah, the guy who's a year older than the old man who's trying to make a comeback.
Yeah.
Which I'm giving to him. He looks young. He does look young, Yeah. But in elimination number 17, Damien Demento by Carlos Colon. Then we get number 25 coming out to the ring, El Matador, Tito Santana.
Oh.
Fatu is eliminated by Backlund. Earthquake, I don't know why. He gives this weird jumping single kick to somebody where he like leaped off the ground just to give somebody like a single kick to somebody.
Yeah.
It was just funny because like being an overweight guy myself, I find that hysterical. Number 26, the model, Rick Martin. Yes, I am body shaming, and I'm sorry, but I'm kind of doing it to myself too. So.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Number 26, the model, Rick Martel.
One half of Strike Force.
I do like Rick Martel. I mean, he's got a look on him, man. He looks like a professional wrestler.
Was it him that was in Strike Force? Or
it was him and Tino Santana, wasn't it?
Yeah. And he was also in the Pan Am Connection with him and what's his name? Oh, I can't remember. Forget it.
Let's see. Number 19, elimination 19. IRS is eliminated by Earthquake. In the ring is Carlos Colon, Earthquake, Tito Santana, Bob Backlund, Rick Martel, Jerry Sags, and Tatanka.
Jesus Christ, what is this? 1993?
Yes, it is. Wait a minute. Number 27 to the ring, we have Yokozuna.
Uh-oh.
And wow, he comes out to the ring and he just clears house. And Yokozuna is great. I mean, I love the guy. I mean, I think he's one of those guys who, I don't know, like we've seen the stories about him and, just the overeating and I think he just, fame and stress just gets to somebody, you got a lot of money and you got a lot of stress and, if you're not doing one thing, you're doing another. And, sometimes you find yourself, getting that, like me, myself, I find myself like, oh, I've had a rough day. I'm going to get that, extra burger or whatever.
And get that extra patty on that.
That sucks, Sucks what happened, but he's kind of a victim of his career.
Yeah, well,
of his fame, a victim of his fame.
Yeah, totally. And we diagnose things differently now. You know what I mean? Back then, there's this thing that men are facing right now with mental health issues, especially with the pandemic, and it's a real thing. And you could see that it was because of the things that a lot of our old idols or people we looked up to in the past, what they went through and how things ended up.
Dude, there's like nobody that I looked up to in the past. That is like my heroes when I was a kid was like Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior. You know what I mean?
Dude, strike 1 and 2.
Just like, damn.
We didn't know though. We didn't know.
My dad would be like, here's I almost said Richard Simmons. Oh God, what's the guy's name? Ron Simmons.
Mm-hmm.
I almost said Richard Simmons might be a good role model too. I don't know.
No, that guy's strange.
Did you hear about the guy who did the Richard Simmons thing and he like got skinny and fat like multiple times, but like really big, like each time, and
Oh, what?
yeah, and he was so like yo-yoed on the diet.
Damn.
Eventually, him and Richard are like really good friends, and then they weren't. It's a
Mm.
whole thing. We should do a whole video on that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Yokozuna comes out to the ring, and Tatanka's the first victim of Yoko. Yokozuna eliminates Tatanka, Carlos Colon, and that's when Earthquake and Yokozuna begin to stare down. And like I said, the crowd pops again. This crowd is into big Haas battles.
Yeah.
They want some Haas's battling in Sacramento, and I don't blame them. And I kind of want to see.
I'm surprised the Ray Trailer Bam Bigelow match didn't get more pop.
Well, as Dave Meltzer said in the newsletter, that's when they all went to the popcorn stand.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, the popcorn stand? What?
I took a piss break. I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, so Earthquake and Yokozuna begin to stare down, and the crowd gets up, pops again. I'm super excited. The crowd's excited. I was hoping they would have more back and forth. Quake goes for multiple shoulder tackles, but doesn't knock Yoko down. We get a belly-to-belly to Earthquake by Yoko. And number 28, Owen Hart, the other half of High Energy. Then we get elimination number 22, Earthquake by Yokozuna. Number 29, the Repo Man.
Ah, Jesus Christ.
Who?
Dude, at this point, I thought he was number 30. I was like, no, wait, it can't be 30.
Okay. I forgot about this buildup. So everyone's trying to eliminate Yokozuna one by one. Yoko fights them off. Not like they all came at him one by one. Yoko, they were all going at him at once. Yoko just punched them off one by one.
Mm-hmm.
Number 30, Macho Man. This is the biggest build to the Rumble. So he goes right after the Repo Man.
Mm-hmm.
Macho Man and the Repo Man have been feuding for the past 2 weeks.
What?
Because Repo Man stole Macho Man's hat. And you know how Macho Man had that bald spot?
Yeah.
You know how sensitive Macho Man was about that shit in real life?
Oh, shit.
It's funny because they had this who was the commentator on Raw? Like Rob Bartlett? He was like some New York radio guy. And
sure.
There's a few times where he made comments of Randy's hair when he didn't have a hat on. And Randy was just like, "Oh, thank you for the comments. I'm not shaking, brother. You're shaking." It's like, and Rob's like, anyways. So yeah, the past couple weeks, Repo's been running around with Macho Man's hat, which I think is funny because I think it's a different hat each week. Which I'm like,
yeah, it matches the outfit. It's not like he has one.
He didn't steal. It's not like Macho has a magic hat, like a hat that changes colors.
Yeah.
Which would be kind of funny if he did.
Yeah, right. And isn't Repo Man one of Demolition? One half of Demolition?
Oh, yeah. Which kind of makes sense. Repoing and doing demolition work.
Oh, shit.
Kind of go hand in hand.
Yeah.
So, like I said, Randy goes right after Repo. Repo has been fucking with Randy on Raw. A series of eliminations. Tito Santana by Yokozuna. Jerry Saggs eliminated by Owen Hart. Owen Hart eliminated by Yokozuna. Repo Man eliminated by Yokozuna. We got the final 4 in the ring.
Oh.
Rick Martel. It's kind of like a traditional final 4, too. Rick Martel, Bob Backlund, Yokozuna, and Monsoon.
What is Bob Backlund still doing there?
What? Okay, but here's the thing: is I thought Backlund looked good in the Rumble. He was one of the few people who knew exactly what he was doing at all times.
Oh, he's been around for 1,000 years.
Because he's been thinking every single move he was going to do in the Rumble 3 weeks ahead.
Mm-hmm.
He's just like drinking orange juice in the morning, arm break, jump up to the ropes, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he looked good. Some other people ripped on him. Like Meltzer hated him.
Well, I've never been a fan of him. Never.
Really?
Like I thought he was out of place. Like he was. It felt like he was. Yeah, it felt like he was. A soldier out of his time. Like, what if Captain America, while he was frozen, aged and he came back and started fighting? That's what it felt like. Like
Captain America came back still strong and immortal, but he was just old.
That's Bob Backlund.
You just not fucking beat this shit.
Yeah, and that's that thing we were talking about not too long ago, where he looked old in his 30s. So when he finally reached being old, you're like, wow, is this guy still around? He was 40. He looked like he was 60.
Backlund, it's funny. He's like the Benjamin Button, I feel like, because he looked old when he was 20, But then when he hit like 40, 50, he looked young.
Oh, he had like that baby face look. Yeah.
Like he got kind of really old really fast, but then he stayed right around there, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it was pretty good. I thought Backlund looked good in the Rumble. I did.
Okay, I don't. He didn't fit for me. You know what I mean?
You're right. No, you're right. He, out of the final four, out of Rick Martel, Yokozuna, Macho Man, and Bob Backlund, one of these does not go with the others.
Oh, you almost seen Backlund go over the ropes first, right?
Well, no.
Like who gets eliminated first? I would say Martel.
Rick Martel.
Yeah.
Because I didn't write down how, but he got eliminated first by Bob Backlund.
Oh fuck.
So Backlund begins focusing on Yokozuna.
Smart.
Why not, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is the match I never thought I would want to see, but like it's kind of the same vein of Daniel Bryan and Brock Lesnar.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like this giant man versus this tiny, like really well-trained man.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want to see that. But
yeah.
But you know, that's just me.
Yeah.
Bobby, meaning Bob Backlund. Bobby gives Yoko 2 drop kicks and stumbles the big man to the ropes. Backlund charges Yokozuna, but Yoko ducks and throws Backlund out. Elimination 28, Bob Backlund by Yokozuna. So Macho Man and Yokozuna are the final 2.
I never knew I wanted to see this until I saw this. I was like, wow, I want to see this.
Well, I mean, we barely got Yoko and Hogan, but I would rather have Macho Man and you know, Hogan
any day.
Or Macho and Yoko. They go back and forth. Yoko has control over most of this. Randy makes a brief comeback, getting Yoko to the ropes. Randy begins to unload the dreaded double axe handles from the top ropes. And he goes to all 4. It's like a secret hidden mission. He's like, I get a special paycheck, brother. What? It's like, what are you doing, man?
Trophy earned.
Yokozuna hits a super kick to Macho Man. He hits a Bailey to belly to Macho Man. Leg drop to Macho. Bailey is leaving WWE. I'm just putting it out there.
AEW, here we come. I can't wait.
Yoko begins. Also, I was on Craigslist the other day and I saw somebody selling Bailey figures in San Jose, and I was just like, Bailey, don't be selling your figures you get for free. Just saying. Don't be like some other people I know on the independent circle. That
she's purging her inventory.
That's true.
Fuck it.
Mr. Fuji calls. So Yoko gives Randy a 2 running splashes to the corner, and Mr. Fuji calls for one more. Says one more, and I was like, "You tell him, Mr. Fuji." Randy dodges. Yoko falls. Randy hits the elbow drop, and for some dumb fucking reason, he goes for a pin.
It's muscle memory, man. I'm sorry. It's muscle memory. That's what I'm. Macho Man is much too good.
And it's not just that he went for a pin. Yokozuna threw him from the pinning position over the top rope.
Ooh, way to book it.
And eliminated Macho Man. Macho Man was eliminated on his own stupidity.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Like, it was dumb.
I liked it. I thought it was cool.
That's just what I think. I don't know. I thought the finish was ridiculous.
Okay, let's not forget, Randy was not the most liked character in the back.
Whoa.
But he was over as fuck. And Yokozuna was the next best thing. I
don't mind Yoko winning.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
It's the way he won.
It should have happened. I think he should have won.
Yeah.
But the way he won like that, it made Randy look dumb.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
He looked dumb. And I'm not sitting here saying like, oh, Randy's legit a dumb person.
No, because we know that wasn't.
The way this was booked was really, really dumb.
Yeah.
Really, really dumb. So
I see your point.
So I got to tell my computer to remind me later to do something. But nonetheless, Yokozuna wins the 1993 Royal Rumble. I got some stats to throw your way, though, Jose.
Oh, bring it.
We got some awards to give out. For the most time in the Royal Rumble, we go to our man, Bobby Backlund, who spent 1 hour, 1 minute, and 10 seconds. What's that called? Numeric?
It's called fatigue.
10110. What's that
Oh,
called?
that's binary.
Binary. Yeah, he has some binary code as his time. 1 hour, 1 minute, and 10 seconds.
Mm.
The least amount of time in the Royal Rumble match goes to Terry Taylor at 24 seconds.
Wow.
But we do get an honorable mention for my boy Papa Shango, who spent 28 seconds in the Royal Rumble.
That's right.
With a hurt shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
And then the most eliminations, we got coming in at number 3, third place with the most eliminations, Mr. Perfect with 3 eliminations. Number 2, we got 2 men tied at 4 eliminations each, The Undertaker and Ted DiBiase. And number 1, setting a record for the most eliminations in a Royal Rumble match this year and years past, Yokozuna with 7 eliminations. So,
cool.
Royal Rumble 1993.
You know, I had fun. I mean, it wasn't the best event in the world, but I had fun.
It was easy to watch.
Easy to watch, yeah.
So,
and who doesn't like Bret Hart and Razor Ramon going at it?
Amen to that. So, if we go on to next month, Jose.
Okay, as we know, next month is February, and we're going to go do one of the staples of February. But first, I have a question for you, Mr. Smith. What year would tickle your fancy? 1997, 1998, or the year 2000?
Well, I'm assuming it's St. Valentine's Day Massacre or something before.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
So I'm going to go 2000 just because it's a little bit more of what I remember.
Ouch, you're really killing us on this one, bro. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to watch one of WCW staples. So one of their super duper events. So there's Starrcade, there's Halloween Havoc, there's this event, Super Brawl 2000. You picked it. We'll watch it.
The other ones are the Cow Palace too. Well,
this is Cow Palace as well.
No, this is Oakland, I thought.
No, Cow Palace, Oakland.
Oh, this okay. You're right. This is the one I didn't go to.
Okay.
So I won't remember. I don't even fucking remember being at the other shows. I was fucking 7. So all right, Super Brawl.
Do you want to hear what the main event is?
Yes.
Sid Vicious is your champion, and he will be defending against Scott Hall and Jeff Jarrett.
Where's Ray Traylor? Where's Ray Traylor on the card? Is he on the card?
Okay, let me. I'll look right now.
He's probably not. Ray Traylor versus Goldberg. No.
No. We get to see Tori Wilson.
Hey, it's always a pleasure to see Tori Wilson.
We get to see Crowbar and David Flair.
You know.
Okay, I'm not going to tell you everything in the event, but we're going to get Prince Iaukea against Lash LaRue in what is the cruiserweight, the finale of the Cruiserweight Championship tournament.
Cool. That'd be fun. I don't know, torturing me some more, but it's cool. I thought it was gonna be some WWE 2000. I was like, oh, that'd be cool. You know, like some Taker, some Kane.
Super Brawl is one of the big 4 for WCW, so I figured, okay, let's do one of those. Yeah. And the bonus is that it was at the Cow Palace.
Hey, one of the most historic the venues in all of professional wrestling.
That's exactly why I picked this exclusively. As you can see, I'm a big San Francisco fan. And I'm a big Cow Palace fan. I used to actually work there.
I swear, the last time I went there, they made some tenders, and I swear they were in the freezer since like the 90s.
Yeah, probably.
Well, I think that about does it here for us today. We're going to get out of here. I got to go prepare myself to watch Super Brawl 2000 now for next month.
I shouldn't have said 2000.
It'll require a whole month of preparation. But hey, you know.
Who watched 2 matches a night?
Speaking of preparation, I remember one time. Do you remember that was it Game Pro, the magazine?
Mm-hmm.
In the back, they used to have like, oh, this character versus this character. You know, Mario versus a real plumber. Who would win in a battle?
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Just stupid battle things.
Mm-hmm.
And one was Triple H versus Preparation H.
Ah, Jesus Christ.
And one was like, one leaves a soothing after feel. The other one is painful.
Cures hemorrhoids. Oh.
Hemorrhoids versus Triple H.
Jesus.
All right, we're going to get out of here. Guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe at City Wrestling Radio and at CWR4 and 5. I'm going to say goodbye. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you later. Goodbye.